na Magic TV. If you want to know all thing about you environment, weather forecast, national park them, forest reserve, protected area them across the country and how to protect wildlife, waiting the law say about all here, join Cornelius E. Randall on Magic Television, Channel 38, and also on Facebook and YouTube and all social media handle them. Every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Magic Television, your trusted information hub. People and the Environment. People and the Environment are program where they come to you na Magic TV. If you want to know all thing about you environment, weather forecast, national park them, forest reserve, protected area them across the country and how to protect wildlife, waiting the law say about all here, join Cornelius E. Randall on Magic Television, Channel 38, and also on Facebook and YouTube and all social media handle them. Every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Magic Television, your trusted information hub.
Hello and welcome to People and Environment, where they reach you live from Magic Television, Channel 38, on Facebook and also on YouTube. People and Environment, a program where they reach you every Friday, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, where you go know all things about the environment, what's happening around the country about the environment, what you need for protect the environment, and waiting the law say about the environment. Me where they bring the program come to you now, and I'm Cornelius Echo Randall. Inside the program today, we can talk about the climate change and its impact. We don't start a week ago for talk about climate change and its impact. Well, inside the studio, for can help me rub more about this topic because it's a very big and broad topic. I get to the studio David Joseph Aliyu, the executive director for CAN Sierra Leone. You go tell Fambul Adu.
Fambul, one good evening, Sierra Leoneans, one good evening. As my brother introduced me, I'm David Joseph Aliyu, we're at the head of Civil Society Advocacy Network on Climate Change and the Environment. In short, we call it CAN SL.
All right, CAN SL. Tell me a bit about CAN SL before we go properly into the topic we want to discuss.
Great. CAN SL is a civil society advocacy network. We don't in existence since 2015. We don't work with environmental institutions, agencies in this country for ensure say, as civil society, the issue of climate change and its impact reach to communities and with people so that they go best understand them. So over the years, we don't there around government, ministries, departments, agencies, local councils. They talk about climate change and within the role of community people where they go play for ensure say we all continue for live in this environment where we all call Mother Earth.
All right, they do a lot on advocacy. Sure. How far una don't go with that? How long una don't they exist with una advocacy?
From the existence of we, because we start this when, you remember in 2014, when the IPPC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, we pulled the report say Sierra Leone are the third vulnerable country where they get the effect of climate change. So from that time, we work with the Environment Protection Agency Sierra Leone by then. So we now be one of the CSOs, then we join them for going to riverine communities in this country, from the north to the south, part of the east, more especially in river coastal communities, for talk to people about the effect of climate change and what are the actions we will take as people, na community, na urban areas, na peri-urban areas, na the big cities. What are the role that we for play for ensure say yes, as Sierra Leoneans we self-contribute. And one thing where we not ever relent on is for continue for engage citizens for tell and say climate change is real and it is with us, and what role can we play to ensure that we address the effect of climate change in our country. So over the years, as CSOs, we own primary role now for take information to duty bearers and take them to community people so that they will understand and better. The concerns of community people also for address issues where duty bearers or the government can bring up, we can take them back to the duty bearers. We tell and say, in social communities, now this and this they happen though, how do you come in as a government agency, as a local council, how do you come in to ensure that you address the people? So we own talk, we own actions Now for ensure say we help the government for talk about the effect of climate change and within the role that we for play for ensure that we address climate change in our community. We not go down them, but we for help for minimize them.
Exactly, but now that's I want just ask for the benefit of viewers. Then make we just tell them briefly what's in a climate change.
Wow, climate change is a broad and but very simple for illustrate and explain to people. This now a weather pattern or climate issues where don't occur over the period of long time where we not take the actions what we're supposed to take for ensure say we address some of those issues. So now a weather pattern where don't they happen for years or actions what we take we not able to take at the end now they result into this. For weather nothing where they come inside intermittently in a short term, but for climate change now a long-term effect of anything where they hamburg the weather, the climate or the environment. Nothing where don't happen. So now then climate change, for example, over the years, because of human activities, now the coastal communities, now we they see the sea, they can at the land. Or we shall first time where the land be stopped, now the sea don't eat the all. I can always make this example of a coastal community where we don't visit, not to 1 time, not to 2 times. So I don't look at and say now, I've always set that example. There is a community behind Senge where they call Plantain Island. Yes. When you go to that community, then go tell you say, with this time, now the land be there. Today the land almost consume the community. Now then they even try for relocate them. These are critical and very simple illustration for tell you say this is the effect of climate change. Yeah. So if they talk about climate change, the people, if then they listen, the one where they live in a lower then coastal communities, then go tell you say you gonna credi. Then go tell you say then go point and tell you say me do yanda na de pa checking house be day today na water day. You understand? So then they all they tell you say now the long time spell of the effect of climate change now come to that side. So in short, for the understanding of the people, now issues whether affect you for a long period or able address, now we they begin see now and whether nothing where they happen intermittently, for instance, we consider weather change. Before you remember, it don't begin rain. Quick rain don't cease. Sun don't come out back. That is weather. But climate change, they take a long period of time when the effect they come.
All right, let's bring you come back now, Plantain Island, just like you say, from not too far from Senge. Yes. I'm fortunate for them visit the island. At the first time I go there, and the second time I go there, the sideway will be, the boats be left way, and now it don't different because the water don't really consume the island. Yeah. I think it's. It's not go to take again. The island they go get for done.
No, the people
definitely the island get for done.
Then the need for migrate them now to Senge. Because if not that, now one night no more in the rains where they say everybody don't go. Because even outside the school day, one time I see the school don't cut under the school don't cut water don't eat.
Yeah, take to the hospital.
To the hospital, all water don't eat. Yes. So you don't see, So I dey try to tell with people them where they inside Freetown and the other coastal communities say we actions and some of them development here today what they see what they gladipan don't contribute to what's in the happen to we so today. And those community people where we don't they reside on that side, not to the actions, not to the doing. You understand? But because of the activities of other people, the effects now then they get now. So, but when they get that effect there, as a nation, we not go say no, law left the day. And then say not go sit down and full land and full food. Then go for take actions. And their actions then they will for take. Now we all can come na radio and televisions. They tell with people say, let we take their actions here, let help for minimize some of the challenges where the impact of climate change what they see.
So with this illustration, we don't give the Plantain Island, we want to confirm to people and say climate change they affect we in Sierra Leone too.
Perfect. And even the one that way they in Freetown here, then go tell you say within the shore na here, side them be the side them be the tin up for do something then today they're not able to go tin up. They pass them sit inside boats or they swim go there. Then this is very simple. You understand? Today we don't have Freetown here. Yes, we are now in the dries, but we'll have see rain can take inside December.
All right, make we push the program go before the program where you watch now. People in the environment, where they reach you live on Magic Television channel 38 on Facebook and also on YouTube. Don't forget to yourself can be part of the program, where you can send your message to +232 90280389 090280389, or you send them now Facebook or we YouTube channel space. We'll go read the message on the topic where we discuss. And don't forget to share and like the page as you watch the program. Any comments or question you get, send them. We will discuss them inside the program, and we will see how best we can able for answer them. I get inside the studio Mr. Aliyu, we are experts on climate change, where they tell you the effects of climate change in Sierra Leone. Now we continue the program, Mr. Aliyu. With that illustration we don't accept now say climate change will affect the country. What do you think say and some of the causes them of climate change, in particular inside Sierra Leone?
For simple understanding for we people, one of the critical one where I believe say we all for know the contributing factor is I can talk on most of my programs, but I talk back today. One are the need for development. We're so hungry for development. All my want get property, and in the course of earning property,
rural urban migration.
Perfect. That is one. Now migration is just one. The need for development.
Okay.
Where they contribute to deforestation. You understand? It's so perfect that now it don't make the deforestation end. The effect of climate change will find them very difficult na the city and the urban communities. Rural urban migration, then are just an addition to the problems, because after the war, when people don't expose, when we come back, they say resettlement, we don't come, we don't resettle, all my yard don't open for development. All my one property. And when all my one property, John will gather small property, it don't escalate the costs. You understand? When the costs don't escalate, Mr. Futi I go do. Mr. Defense, small thing. Let me say go talk to me Bremer or John where they work in our lands. We go able make again one half-time lot safe. Mr. go put them in 2 rooms and pala. I begin live there. Mr. don't say, Mr. get property. You don't understand? So all these are the 2 critical things then the need of everyone want property when a development. And development not only come to constructions, in terms of building, even the roads, what would they lay? Communities then be there where road not there, with the force for put road, for let road go there. And in the process where the road they go there, we the must destroy the environment. You understand? There are living organisms where then are the soil and all with the root them, with the go. Trees where they there, with the root them go. We need development. In the process of other actions, for instance, one construct. Because the effect of climate change not only stop pan flooding or what, even with health issues, it affects them. So in that interest, one improve on health service delivery. We need construction materials. We go build health center. We need them materials then they. So the effect of health and for address the health situations also they contribute. And the other issue also, because of we human activities, what we they do, we learn where we learn use management, we learn use pattern. You understand? That learn use pattern. For instance, the one the way they do farming, shifting cultivation. Today, this year now we don't plant, we don't lay the farm, we don't grow so many acreage. Next year we don't carry again. No. Now the other side we go. So you don't see how. So that slash and burning is also a critical one where they contribute to climate change. So there are so many issues where they contribute to the effect of climate change in our country. Until, as citizens, we sit down, we agree, say, let's take some critical actions. And that is why I can always happy, yes, the government, they attend to all the conventions, then they participate by all the meetings, then they try to do some policies, but how do we ensure that we enforce some of the laws where we get? Because if we not enforce some of the laws the way we get, we go always remain for day and cry with the problems. Mind you, we don't get 2-3 experience when a bitter experiences in this country. We remember the August 14 incident. After that day, we remember the flash floods that were happened year after in the 2016, 2017. We remember some other wild bushfire where they happen in some communities where not only inside Freetown, but even at the provinces, disasters are always happening. especially when we don't kind inside now the dries. We then at the dries now. We down John smoke. You know they know who side for hot this cigarette or they just throw away that cigarette they it get fire. It don't catch on the grass. Now why the bushfire don't begin so? It they go catch them communities. But the good thing now we don't even they help for minimize that they most of the community suicide thing and maybe they happen themselves because of mitigation issues. They don't try to get zinc houses where they help them. But first thing, the code on the inside January, so now we don't have 2-3 side where fire don't catch. Almost all the attached houses are burned and properties they go. You understand? So because of the mitigation patterns and the persistent education what they give people, they self don't begin sacrifice to ensure say then change some of the attached houses to zinc. And also when flooding or windstorm come, now communities like places like Freetown now, if we get a heavy storm, it affects a lot of people. Some of the houses where they Freetown are makeshifts. And if heavy storm come, it go down. Where flooding come, now they affect. So until as a country we begin take the necessary actions for enforce law, for law will make sure say people adhere to some of the laws that they put for mitigate climate change in our country.
All right, you don't talk about deforestation, how it affects climate change. Let's take this clip quickly. I be go work at the Western Area Peninsula National Park. We start from Goderich to Waterloo. When you use the Goderich and to Waterloo, all I had in the Western area. Yes, you go around the peninsula. So I be go work at it for assess some of the deforestation we don't take place there. This now wait here see when I go work at the Western Area Peninsula National Park. Western Area Peninsula National Park, now one of the 15 network of protected area them, we begin from Goderich to Waterloo. But this BNTM, we don't notice say deforestation don't rampant. We make people afraid say water scarcity get for day na Freetown. Because this park now hosts Guma Valley Water Company in biggest water catchment area. Comfort Bridge, where also the part of the Western Area Peninsula National Park, get one Chinese quay where they right inside it. How then they operate there, we don't know. We able to discover plenty bags of coal and plenty coal mining pits them where they now this park. Also, we they around Biobare, where they now the number 2 community. Biobare self gets plenty deforestation. We meet plenty side area where they don't brush right up the hill, right up inside the forest where we believe say now the core of the protected area. We not get somebody for talk to it, no arrest not be made yet, but they arrest 11 people them where they meet the burn the charcoal, where the National Protected Area Authority don't care go police for go na court. Now so it been Talek where Magic Television they go waka na the Western Area Peninsula National Park. For Magic Television, me na Cornelius Eku Randu. All right, Mr. Aliyu, you don't see the clip where I go work on a peninsula. This is not just a tip of the iceberg.
Sure. When
you see this area, and been Comfort Bridge and Biobare, back of Biobare area. So you don't see a little bit of waiting they happen in the area. Then what do you think about that, and what do you feel say for stop some of them things in there? Because the area then they're not too far from the Guma Damo, not far at all. It's just few miles to the Guma Dam.
4 miles 13 to Yanda.
Enough far at all.
Short distance.
If then continue in that trend, you don't think say it will seriously cause problem for if you get what's on Freetown?
The problem we'll get in this country, we forest guards are not empowered. Because they are not empowered, they are not able to enforce the law. And those who for assist them for enforce the law, we sit down at the offices, they self not they do what they're supposed to do. So it really pathetic. We they see say the Western area, the park is still big. Oh, the Tinaplan Central area we see up, they say, they see that small forest. But honestly, they don't eat inside all. They don't eat inside the all with them kind of actions here. Now this same Western area park, I see, who side and they slide stones. Slide stones, then they ship them out of this country. Where are the law enforcers? So I want to call on the ministry, the NPAA, the EPA, and the other agencies, even the Sierra Leone police. I remember Biobare them be deploying military officers. They wait for help guard that side. I don't know what thing don't happen, whether they don't withdraw them or not. And the Ministry of Lands and Country Planning, because Also, I don't see where they don't brush show. It's a possible site where surveyor get for good day and where the lands get for develop document for day. So, and I remember 2024, yes, sorry, 2024, there was this proclamation, and even early 2025, President Bio talk say they take actions for address some of the environmental issues. Unfortunately, we don't see the critical actions that we don't take place. Yeah, so I want to use this podium for talk to President Bio for ensure say the actions where it be say they take for address the environmental problem. Now the Western Area Protected National Park, do you with the call on President Bio, let it give that order for let them enforce that law for protect one with water source when at the Guma Dam. Yes, there is project that then go for when that project will come, and we pray God that even if that project come, the Guma Dam for be protected and the Western area for be protected, because if you're not protected, we all what they say well they reside in Freetown, we are living we live there at risks, because water is the source of life. If water shorting in Freetown is going to be a big problem. We don't see countries where one of the major crises where they get now water, communities they fight themselves for water, and we pray God, Freetown law will not reach to that level, and Sierra Leone law will not reach to that level. We beat our experience so we don't get some years back. Let other issues not ignite them for we when our water, because water is a natural resource where it's very difficult to forget and where it's scarce, a life-threatening. So therefore, I want to use this podium where I don't get this opportunity for talk to the authorities where they're in charge of protecting the environment, that the actions so supposed to take, law taken. Law will not say this now with brother, this now with cousin, if you don't give me money for this, law manage no more now. This, how long we go to shift the boundary? How long? One day we go shift until we go reach na the end point. And that time then now, nobody no go there again for live for tell the story. So if we no want let that day happen, please let everybody when a Freetonian let it contribute in only two way for ensure say we protect the Western Area Peninsula Park.
All right, the program we watch now, People and Environment, where they reach you live on Magic Television, channel 38, on Facebook and also on YouTube. Don't forget to yourself can be part of the program. You can send your message on the social media handles them, or you send them on WhatsApp 090-280-389. 090-280-389. We'll take another insert inside the program where I've been talked to Sata Dauda, where I the project officer for women in mines, where instead been give your experience about climate change, how it affects them and the mining community. You go introduce yourself, tell people your name and inside the book.
My name is Dr. Sita Dauda from Women on Mining and Extractive.
All right, plenty thank you for joining inside the studio. Women in mining sector. Will they talk about climate change in this program? What do you think about climate change?
Well, climate change, we always see the effects where they cause right now. Climate change, like especially when it comes to the mining areas, effects they come up from human activities. In fact, all of it now human activity, because when they talk about coal burning, now we want to manage the door. They like unethical mining practices. We also now another cause for some of the infected so we see. So all but climate change, human actions there. Now there'll be like disadvantage to the heart.
All right, you don't visit so many mining sites because of the kind of job we do. Tell me small about them and how you think say them mining sites in they affect climate change.
Well, if you look at them, now they like large scale mining. Then some of them machines the way they use. That alone, that smoke, hygiene to mother heart. And also them big pits the way they open, where they know they lock. That's all and some of the effects there. We get a lot of effects where they affect the climate. If you go to these and Potloko area, that Mafera axis, and so under Marampa Chiefdom. Where you go that side, the kind dust where they come out, the kind dust where they affect the for let you see self before you now cannot go say now I the one that now wait how it will be how it will affect the global.
All right, with your visitation at the sites and we don't call Potloko, Kono, and the other areas where you don't visit with yourself, your eye, what think can be on a message to the miners there in terms of climate change?
Well, my advice to miners, and not only miners, to me and you, where they listen me, let we know say climate change is real, the effect is real, and me and you now we get for work for say we give justice to Mother Earth. Where they mine, let we make sure to mine and they mine the right way. When you dig hole, after you don't dig, make sure you cover them back. And where they then other areas, the way they cut trees, they burn coal, say we want to forget livelihood. And whereas they infect into serious past the benefit way they get for now. Let we be caution. Let we be caution, let we protect with Mother Earth because we have only one planet. There is no planet B.
Okay, una they do more of advocacy for women. Una can advise women them also for take care about the way how they do their mining?
Of course, we always they tell women them for do the mining the right way and no sign up for even mine because you get some of them community then depend on water, that particular water na for drink. But if you go mine, you don't affect the water, you don't affect the livelihood, the source, they're like the side way for get sober water. In fact, the mining areas and most of them don't pollute the water now. Side the way they pass before they see clean water. Now the water they all don't just yellow. Where they pass now, so they see yellow water. So we don't they get down issues then anyway too much. Even this mickey way some miners that they use, now then gold mining. Now a very serious like a dangerous substance where people they use, they say they give them gold. Like you they get something out of hand, but the effect you not consider if they get a very serious effect to health, to the environment, to the fishes. To the in fact to the heart.
Exactly, to the heart. So what think you want for be your message to people that would look away in terms of the impacts of climate change?
Well, what me for tell people where they listen me right now, for no say climate change is real and the effect is too much. Before we don't know like a scheduled rainy season and dry season where we all know. Waiting reach for rainy season, we they get the rain to the time where we forget, and now if we see in excess rain, we they see the rain, they can't say they can't excess, they go into the dry season itself with the see rain. Which was it January or December where rain begin cow say what? So these are some of the effects there. And when the place get warm again with dry season, the place go warm, like even if you didn't do self, we go say like go get fresh air, they get fresh air. These are all the effects of climate change. We get a lot of other effects the way we see they happen because of waiting. We don't abuse the heart.
Let's thank you for joining me inside the interview. In name na Dorcas Dauda, the project officer for women on mining and extractive minerals. Thank you very much for joining me inside the program.
Thank you too.
Our studio and give your experience about climate change, how it affects the mining sector. All right, back in the studio, Mr. Ali, we'll come back to you. Though you think Dorcas don't talk about the mining sector, how climate change will affect them, and also give advice to people that with the mine, waiting them for do for let at least minimize the change with the climate on the wing. Would love to talk a little bit about pollution?
Yes. Pollution are one of the effects of climate change in the world, and then we get different pollutions. We get air, noise, sound. You understand? We get different, and even we water belt, we water sources. You understand? Mm-hmm. But not just narrow and down to water sources in terms of the level of pollution where don't they take place. I watch the clip where my sister they talk about the mining communities. The kind effect where climate change don't get on their mining communities and how the water sources of them communities then they don't get destroyed. And this is what that is really paining me as an individual, as an organization, that we really want engage authorities in this country, especially those charged with the responsibility for protect we environment and that of we water sources. We don't see and say the mining now don't just concentrate na the rivers where we get na this country, because you dey pass through Tonkolili going towards Tokono, the Roque River, and all the rivers around that route don't get polluted. What's wrong? Is it that they are mining along those areas? And I know it is yes, because EPA on several occasions we don't see them whether they go destroy dredges. And that is where we come in as civil society for tell with community leaders, because they have role to play. As community leaders, not to all miner they go, not to all mining companies they go, then they accept them, they not investigate them. No. Then therefore make sure say they investigate how honest and sincere is that mining company. Because when they find out say most of them mining companies, whether they go to them communities, the authorities don't know about them, except when they go sit down at the local, then go meet the paramount chief, sometimes they go get one or two stakeholders where they na free time, when are they person, now they go present them to them, say this now person and this you don't carry with, let help. So we want to talk to them local leaders. The essence where then crown them as leaders now them communities now for protect then subject them where then they lead. And one way for continue for protect the subject, now within that subject they use when are one of the natural resources, the forest where we get, the water where we get, and the minerals where we get. Therefore make sure say they utilize them well in the interest of them people and they. You go the Teye River where they go towards Boo. And the Teye River now they go towards Matujong. That water they don't turn now like say na dirty block then they knock day. Now so instead don't turn now. That water first time where they pass, where some of we get sense where they pass other side and they see them. You know they see under, but they see the darkness and the blue waves you don't pass up. Today where they pass now so clear you they see brownish color. You go to the Moa River, you go to the Sewa River. You understand? So we want call on the leadership of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, the Environment Protection Agency. Yes, then don't they take critical actions, but we want let them not relent. Let them continue for take the actions for make sure say them protect their rivers then they for the benefit of the people, because we side the river that they cross, all the communities then they rely on their rivers then they for their sustenance. Now then they brook, some of them community now their river then they take and they drink. Now then they take cook with. So at the end of the day, if then they mine, and some of them mining is then the way that they do it and they use them dredge then they find out say it get chemicals there inside where then they use like mercury. You don't understand? So and that thing and there it hazardous to the human system. It hazardous to human system. So therefore, one call on them, particularly EPA, then we don't take critical actions, then we don't they take them. Let them buckle up and continue their actions then they, and even if it can't to the worst, those local, them people that know they go now then community and they then begin work where the town chief, the youth leader, or whoever don't know about them. So let them go to bring some of their leadership then they to book and take them to tax so that we enforce some punishable law to them. Nobody no go meet the normal now for mining they accept. Then go report to EPA and then for know the type of mining where they happen. So in terms of river pollution, it does so increase that. If we not put stop to that, we get forget so many deaths in this country. Another pollution work na the urban areas is the noise pollution. Na the cities. It's very rampant. And we don't see some city councils don't they take actions. But it still they exist in Freetown. If they say every Jick and Jack hold speaker in hand, if they go and holler. Petete there, John there, Chinch medicine there, so it's a pollution. It's a pollution. God pizza now, what they so? Now you don't minimize small. I don't know if EPA be don't engage them 1 or 2 times. Now first time when they pass, you know they are nothing. You get call self, you not go able to respond to you call. So we need for take actions for minimize some of them. If you dey do advert, know how say they do you advert and minimize the level of sound where they send out.
All right, the program where you listen to and watch People and the Environment, where they reach you live for Magic Television, channel 38 on Facebook also and YouTube. Yourself can be part of the program where you can send your message to 090-280-389, 090-280-389. I get inside the studio, Mr. David Aliu, we are the executive director for CAN Sierra Leone. They don't rub much about the effect of climate change, and they don't tell you some of the things them where they cause climate change. We will can take a short break, and after the break, I will come back to Mr. Aliu. Let he can expatiate small about something where they happen now. Election for who believe say if it continue for happen election for, that's all they cause climate change, and it will get impact. We will take this short break, and after the break, we will come together.
People and the Environment. People and the Environment are program where they come to you na Magic TV. If you want to know all things about you environment, weather forecast, national park them, forest reserve, protected area them across the country, and how to protect wildlife, within the law say about Olentia, join Cornelius E. Randall on Magic Television, channel 38, and also on Facebook and YouTube, and all social media handle them. Every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Magic Television, your trusted information hub. People and the Environment. People and the Environment are program where they come to you na Magic TV. If you want to know all things about you environment, weather forecast, national park them, forest reserve, protected area them across the country, and how to protect wildlife, within the law say about Olentia, join Cornelius E. Randall on Magic Television, channel 38, and also on Facebook and YouTube, and all social media handle them. Every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Magic Television, your trusted information hub. People and the Environment. People and the Environment are program where they come to you na Magic TV. If you want to know all things about you environment, weather forecast, national park them, forest reserve, protected area them across the country, and how to protect wildlife, within the law say about Olentia, join Cornelius E. Randall on Magic Television, channel 38, and also on Facebook and YouTube, and all social media handle them. Every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Magic Television, your trusted information hub.
Welcome back to the program People and the Environment, where they reach you live from Magic Television, channel 38, and Facebook, and also on YouTube. We will continue the program. We will talk about climate change and its impact. We don't they talk about pollution, how the water they all at river and all that area they don't be polluted because of mining. We also want to take a quick look on the lake, safe now Lake Sonfor, where itself we believe say it don't become so much polluted. Over to you again for continuing with the pollution.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now another very landmark area than the where this country for benefits from now, just because of selfish individuals, then they can destroy them, so that generations yet unborn where for can benefit from them, then they can destroy them. Can you imagine one time I see Sideway one day my Shinonia right at almost the mid of Lake Sonfor. My Sintinap day, the dredge. Can you imagine that? So I don't know what is happening in this country. But just the Kwabidom earlier mentioned that those charged with the responsibility for protect the environment, please, this is 2026. His Excellency, the President, Julius Maada Bio, our President, don't tax we all say this year na a year of action. So if this year is a year of action, please, that Utin Sefo possibly be the if be the crawl, last nail pace worker will be the worker for address environmental issues. Please, this year, while we double up with actions for address with environmental issues. Lake Sonfor, now one of the landmark sites there for this country, will for use, will for come with income to this nation. Now we depend destroy so because of individual benefits, because Chinese man no dey comot, machine no dey fly by himself, go na Lake Sonfor. Chinese man no dey fly comot China, e go Lake Sonfor where nobody know. No, that I can't accept. So therefore, all those where they deal with the environment, I be don't ask this question in one meeting to one of the authorities. I ask them. I say, what's the difference between reserve forests, protected forests? May you give me the difference? The essence of that question being is, I know say there are resources in all those areas. And we need for protect them resources then they. But as we speak, I'm not able to get that definitive answer yet where I want, because if I get that answer there, I go know why the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources, the National Mineral Agency, and the other agencies who charge with the responsibility for protect the environment can come at loggerheads and certain areas. And until when I get that appropriate answer, some of you go begin hit the nail on the head for address some of the issues. Because if we don't say this is a reserve, this is a protected area, why again we for allow mining companies for goodie? Why should we allow that to happen? So therefore, I they call on the one the way they manage the environment for we, where President Bio give them the responsibility from the minister, the professional heads, the technical heads. Please, please, let we take action for protect Lake Sonfor. The other protected areas, I believe so we'll get 15 protected areas, right?
Yeah, we get 15 network of protected
areas. Yep. Designated network. 8 wetlands and 7 terrestrials. So please, I they call on those authorities who charge with the responsibility for ensure say those areas are protected in the interest of this country. But look right before we, Aberdeen Lake.
Aberdeen Creek, you mean?
Yes, Aberdeen Creek.
Yeah.
You understand? Look the level of encroachment we don't take place yonder. From where John was a boy, that place will be protected. 30 days will not able to protect it. So President Bio, if you they listen, or if you not they listen, or anybody where they talk to President Bio, when you listen this, when you watch this clip, or you watch this discussion, please take the nonsense and the sense. Present them to the president say, some people they can deceive her, where he give responsibility to, for protect the environment, then they can deceive her. Because the actions where them for take, they not they take them. And the few ones that were there among them, then they give them bad name. And where we are all day in a lot, then some people get the zeal for take action. Then few days behind them, they draw them back. It seems as nothing is happening. So we as a society, one call on the leadership of this country that the laws that we get for enforce environment business, for let we environment for be protected, for generations yet unborn, let we enforce the law and take the actions so supposed to take. Today I'm strong, I'm energetic at the talk. Tomorrow somebody else go there. And now this I want to let everybody where they in leadership positions for no say you will not be there forever. You will never be there forever. One day another person will take that responsibility. So do it in a your bit in the interest of the nation so that tomorrow people go say, we'll tell God thank you, this man will be there, A, B, C, D happen. But let you not come on, people begin show more you, begin point nose at you. It's bad. So do ya, I the call use this opportunity again today. In all my stations of discussions where I can go, I can end by saying, if we not protect the environment will not going to protect you. Because if you do harm to the environment will do harm to you. I will talk on the other issue of pollution, which is plastic pollution.
Plastic pollution, exactly. Now there I want to go so, but let we take a small. We don't talk a little bit about the water pollution. Yes. Now, plastic.
Yes.
It's a very big threat to the environment.
So much.
So much threat to the environment. So expatiate a little bit for viewers them. Let them know how plastic they affect the environment. Where equally they cause part of the climate change challenges the world get.
Now, one of the effects then on climate change, plastic pollution. Now, one critical actions, thing and the way they contribute to environment, to the climate change. As today are so, this are not the hide by anybody, yeah, because the level of plastic where then we water them, particularly in the ocean, is so much that anybody where they eat seafood now, you are eating plastic. Particularly in Sierra Leone. Anybody where they eat seafood, it be fish now, it be whatever now, you are eating some amount of microplastic. Because where that fish they eat that plastic, you say then go catch that fish, then count her. You don't get for know whether you don't eat plastic. Oh. Sometimes when you don't pull her, you go see small plastic inside the leg, you don't clean them. But you don't know the one where you don't go inside the system. When you eat them, it affects you. So the level of pollution, plastic pollution, in this country, and the way we manage with waste is very challenging and it's a risky behavior for us. If you did today, you not set up that pattern, I want you set up that pattern. Now we begin learn these environmental practices. Now you host, make sure say at least you get 3 small baskets. Give them different colors as you go understand them. Or your family go understand them. The level of plastic we they use. We know they say we know for use plastic. But the single-use plastic what can commonly call the SUP is the threat to this nation. Now the problem where we get. The single-use plastic, that one where they inside that water, we drink and no more we throw them. It's a problem. We get other plastic items they will use. That one and they will use. You can use them multiple times. But the one where they inside that sachet, that water as you drink and so, you turn here, now for dribble inside the drainage. Now they go clot na the drainage. Where don't clot the drainage, they cause flooding. That flooding they result into human death or loss of properties, will cost millions in this country. We don't experience over the years. So please, even though we don't minimize it now, in terms of the actions with the Western area, the Freetown City Council and other partners don't help for minimize the flooding in Western area, particularly in Freetown. But that don't mean say it not happen. Go now we come in na the dustbin. We not get much dustbin. The waste cans the way Freetown City Council make, people they bring their house dirty, they turn and day. So and they advise everybody that let we learn for segregate we waste. What do I mean by segregate? Separate we waste now at home. The source of the waste now they will for try for separate them. Now with different houses. You get the food waste, separate them from the can, from the bottle, from the plastic. The food waste, if you get somewhere you dig, you can dig them, you go bare and day. At the end, it turn manure for you. But the other waste, for instance, the bottle, if you separate them, you will get time where you go, somewhere you go give, then go waste them for you. The plastic, the collectors, the waste, the one the way they collect dirty, go come, then go buy them by you or you sell and give them. But if you not segregate them, you bunch all no more. That man where you go give that dirty, they know how to separate them because it don't mix up the food waste, the bottle, the plastic, the can, all you don't mix up them. It will be difficult for separate. And that is what we find out from even the clean salon boys. Where then they go collect dirty in our house. Because we know they segregate the dirty, then they find it difficult for go manager in terms of how they can go to the dustbin. And when they can go to the dustbin, they're not able to separate all because we not separate them na the generation source. And I want to use this opportunity again for talk to Sierra Leoneans. You were fortunate for watch me that land today say that you food waste, not put them outside they throw away the plastic waste. That you plastic, not throw away outside the pin the bottle, not put outside the candy. Separate them, get them 4 different baskets. This now for food who I don't want to get, I don't eat, I don't tap on them. Now yeah, they turn them. This now plastic, now yeah, they turn them. All me plastic. So when person come, it go be easy for cargo and for destroy them. But this now one of the biggest problem, which is for throw dirty in drainage. I wish the one that will charge with the responsibility for enforce law in this country, particularly the Freetown City Council, for ensure say anybody then put serious bylaws in place. We go even lead the person for tina before court, so that when they find out tomorrow, you know go put dotina and a drainage again. And also we will use for go burn dirty behind we host them, or burn dotina we compound. They slowly they contribute to your illness, because that plastic where they among that dirty way they burn, you they inhale that dirty, that smoke day, it get for big problem to you tomorrow. Now it makes alone all man sick, because as you come also, you they see all type smoke up na the sky, because John they take action. Where brother wants stop him, he say no, not to your business. Go by your own business now. Inquisitive life that day. Till we not concern you, not put more today. Tomorrow, where that sickness they come, that you brother back will begin point finger at you say, I be tell you today, you not listen. So I want to use this opportunity for talk to Sierra Leoneans, for law land for separate waste, and law we stop for born dirty in a house. Dirty not fine for born a house. Where the born they cause sickness to you health, to you self. Where tomorrow that sickness they something. Where if I don't pay you, you not go get money for men yourself. So do ya let we stop for born dirty in a house, because it they contribute to the air pollutions what we they get. And the one themselves where they do them big na them big industries, una know how na they control, una smoke them. We will get them or to cut them way pass na push and start. SLRSA na they una self come inside. Una make sure say look at the vehicles where they ply with roads them, the emission level, because some of them the smoke where they come out na problem. The mining companies, the factories where they emit, do ya una make sure say una control una emission rates in the country.
All right, plenty thank you for the explanation where you don't give. Sierra Leone don't be rated one of the most vulnerable countries in terms of sea level rise and climate change. What does that mean for we as Sierra Leoneans then? It's not a good news for we. So what does it mean as an advocacy, somebody will talk on climate change for you and for we all in Sierra Leone?
Just the try not to tell the people them back say, do ya that habit we use for go block that water for billows we for stop her, because you go block water you billows about water. The day where they get power where they come, my brother, nobody know they stop her, they care you go, you and you who saw it they care on go. So enough fine for you, and where they go take that sand bang. Now that sand where they take you, if you say you don't flop the sand the bag with you bank am. Now the water you dey draw near you so. Because as you dey draw this and now the water in road they lay towards you. With time, it don't go calm, because that time you don't hate am. But the day where that bag they begin rotting, that plastic don't begin left am. The sand they begin go back outside come out. Now the time you go know say the water get power. And then one day when they go lock swamp, they build hose. They are risking themselves. Some of we don't see them. I don't live in a house where the time where I go there, it be so fine, it decent. That's how they apply. Today they go there, nobody know they live in that house again. It don't sink. It don't sink. Because now inside water, swamp. Now they go build them. That's how they build them. They, you know, the concrete where they make, they give up to 5 blocks level of concrete. But water, with time, that water, that house, they don't sink. People that now, they say, this person, million. People that don't host them up, where they in a dry land, you don't go. So, if you they do that there as Sierra Leone, like where they don't rate what we brother they say, Sierra Leone one of the countries where vulnerable to sea level rise. When I remember in my earlier statement, I set example of one island. Not only the island, when I go Jom Ube axis, go Tombo axis, go, there is a community along this western coast area. Is it Laka? Around some area. I see houses, graveyards.
Okay, God rich and Laka.
Laka.
Yeah.
Perfect. Graveyards, then they go. So then they tell you, say, water not to side for put house. And you know for bank camp. Because you bank and save, there will be a time that cement we use, because of the frequent water where they touch them, it go one day give up. And when it give up, is disastrous. With man, they say that they make they get water, cement, this and that. Yes, but it get a lifespan. When that time done, it don't done. It dey go. So, as you bring down there, my brother, I want to use this opportunity for talk to Sierra Leoneans. They say it is not good for us, and let we stop that habit. For bank, we water them.
All right, Tem done the catchway inside the program. We don't get an interesting topic, and plenty people will learn beaucoup today about the effects of climate change and the impacts we get. Let's take the text messages that we don't come inside the system quickly before we go round up the question. The program. This one very, very, very interesting. They come out from Oswald Ansels. They say, in your position, environmental minister not only for blame for Lake Sonfo. It's an ecological genocide in reckless commercial logging now in the happen. And in name people the way feel safe for blame about that way and no one for do now. I'm not going to put blame because I not get the other side of the people the way in name. He blame them saying that they're responsible for that. This other text message they come out from Mohammed. We say they watch we live from McKinney. Mohammed said the program is very, very educative. Magic TV, please do a repeat of this program. Well, thank you very much, Mohammed. We produce a day ideyeri, I go decide waiting for do. This other person, they say, very, very educative program. Thank you very much, Cornelius, for such an interesting topic. This other one, they said, that kind program here, na program we una for take to the school them and the school club them for make let them go they understand more about climate change. The last one I will take for now say, plenty thank you to Magic TV. Magic TV, una they do fine work. Thank you very much for the compliment. And this is the message that we don't get so far inside the program. You are much small, but waiting.
Yes, I think now one come no more we need some because everyone will come now commendation to the program and to we self where they call the program, where they contribute to the program. We guru my learned senior colleague. We, although not a lawyer, myself not a lawyer, but in the lawyer language, we can say learned senior colleague in the environment world, where some of we are from the land. Yes, I'm not pointing finger at anybody, but I just mention say, since I get the leadership, we got for take them into consideration for say, a need for buckle up and pump up in man them. We're supposed to take actions, then take actions. You understand? Whatever we do, the ministry, the oversight ministry. Now then we get for call. And the minister will charge with the responsibility for ensure say a pipe pressure for the one that will charge with the responsibility for take actions in the interest of Sierra Leone. Like when you say, sir, the Lake Sonfo, me and you two know say the state where it is now is not supposed for this so. Because of 1-2 man. And thank God, yes, you said you correct, but because of the procedure of the media institutions, then therefore adhere to the rules and regulations of the media house, so they're not going to pronounce somebody's name where they're not hearing from them. But you are perfectly correct. Somebody is charged with that responsibility, and somebody is failing to take action. So the one where they say we for take them program here to schools, we have so many school clubs in this country, both in Freetown, in the provinces, other colleagues, institutions, other CSOs, other partners who I don't work with. We don't set so many school clubs on environment, on climate change, where they do educations. And that is why most of the schools, particularly in Freetown, you go, kids are well informed about environmental issues. I'll be fortunate in 2014, we go to one school, Nawatalo, but luckily it was a private school. My God, when they begin talk about what thing they do for address issues of climate change and the actions, how they take in their schools. Because when we go to the school compounds, every side you pass, there is flower, there is tree, coconut trees, other things there. Whether we partner organization, we support them with, and then they maintain and then they take care of them. I don't go to some other provinces, and at the provinces, some other schools then at the provinces, where themselves then they adhere to some of the environmental lessons where they give them. Communities, they adhere. Trainings where we don't give them. So we don't do a lot, and we will continue for doing. Once we get the strength and energy and the capacity, we not go tire for talk to people, because sensitization and ongoing activity will go always continue for play. And once we partners, when at the media houses, give we the opportunity for come talk to we Sierra Leoneans. We go come, we go talk, we go exchange ideas. We self not sabi everything. Like we brother always send message from McKinney. Yes, I know Makeni, I know say in the rains, Makeni can get a lot of
Flooding,
disaster
yeah.
issues. Flooding can happen there. Yeah. More of them, there's some major streets them where can get flooded. So the need for to get some of them messages here. And we believe say at any time where the media houses need some of we for come for play we own part, we go come and talk to citizens about within our responsibilities for ensure say we protect the environment. So I'm not going to come here and not talk to people as my final message to my people that
Go ahead. We'll not get better time again. Go ahead.
the environment is friendly if you're friendly to them. If you're not friendly to them, inside not going to be friendly to you. So therefore, we can always say, protect the environment so that the environment itself will protect you. I go end by saying, say, now the last village, now the last house in Freetown, please, let's take actions to protect our environment. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Plenty thank you to you. In name now David Joseph Aliu, the executive director for CAN Sierra Leone. Plenty thank you for the education we don't give. I'm pretty sure say una would watch the program, don't learn plenty thing about the environment today. And not forget say this program they meet you every Friday 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And you yourself get rights for be part of the program. You can send your message on Facebook or YouTube channel, or you send on a WhatsApp line. This program will continue for meet you. My producer don't tell me say, no worry, una go get a repeat of the program when you fix the schedule. A repeat go there on channel 38, where you go always watch the program back so that you go learn. You go learn more about the environment. If you want to know more about the environment, continue for join the program. Continue for like and share on our social media handles them. Till next week Friday, we will get another brand new edition of the program and a brand new topic where we can discuss about the environment. Me and Cornelius Ekurandul they say tata.
People and the environment. People and the environment are program where they come to you na Magic TV. If you want to know all things about you environment, weather forecast, national park them, forest reserve, protected area them across the country and how to protect wildlife, within the law say about all lands here, join Cornelius E. Randall on Magic Television, channel 38, and also on Facebook and YouTube and all social media handle them every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Magic Television.